Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance.
Rob Thompson, Rudy J, R&R in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Don't adjust your sets. We're on early as we are every Friday. Welcome on to R&R in the morning. He is Rudy J, sitting comfortably in the headquarters of Carzeus. How is it over there, Rudy?
I miss y'all. Lovely. They're mad at me because I made them come in 3 hours early, but I think they're. But we're gonna bring them some cupcakes, and we're gonna take good care of our people over here at Carzeus. Like they take care of us. I said, "What time do you normally get here?" She said 9. I said, "Give me a hug." I apologize.
So the secretary had, I'm sure the brains of the operation showed up early.
The marketing director.
Yeah.
She came in early, but she also let the boss know she's leaving early.
There you go.
I told her I don't blame her one bit.
Well, welcome to Friday, and Friday means Coach Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
He will be here directly. He's going through his Friday morning car wash on with Sean and RJ of 105.3 The Fan right now. And he'll join us as soon as I get the hand signal. We're guessing here in just a couple of minutes. A lot to talk about today as it is a football Friday. Of course, McCarthy will join us, and we'll look forward to a Panther game. There is movement, it appears, in the Deshaun Watson saga. We hear from Jay Glazer that
I saw his tweets last night.
He's gotten busy, and it appears that while the Philadelphia types have given the go-ahead to Roseman to start maybe negotiating a little bit further down the road with Deshaun Watson. Keep in mind, Deshaun has a no-trade clause and might want to go live on South Beach. But it does appear that Miami might have to step up their efforts, and it might actually happen. Remember, the trade deadline for this season is November the 22nd. So we have a little bit of time, but there is some news afoot there. We'll look forward to the all the college football games, give you some things to cheer for this weekend. Aggies hosting Mississippi State. Who's Texas got again? There we go. Who's Texas playing again? Does it matter?
TCU.
Oh yeah. They've had trouble with TCU though. They're coming off a big game. We'll look around the rest of the state of Texas. The NBA had some good news yesterday, talking about their vax rate up to like 95%.
Great job.
Those that don't, great job. Those that don't, haven't.
And those that have aren't pressuring.
No, not
according to Draymond.
No, you can.
Draymond said, "Hey, I'm not going to bother anybody.
Just be there when you need to play."
Exactly.
What's today? Today's Friday. That last letter is Y. So we have to talk about Ben Simmons.
It's starting to see now the rift starts.
See, that's when,
if there wasn't one, now there is.
And so many people don't realize, it looks easy on paper. Yeah, Ben Simmons, we'll just trade him when it's convenient. He doesn't have to show. No, other players see what's going on their team. And Joel Embiid, I think, is coming to the end of this. Ben, is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Whether I think
he's done.
I think Embiid's like, I loved him. I liked him. Now I don't even like him, and now it's time for him to go.
Exactly. He's like, it's kind of disrespectful, but yeah, I want to get into that for sure.
The process as it completely continues.
Carl, you okay by yourself, sleeping alone? Have you been all right, buddy?
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask him.
Are you sleeping with the nightlight? Do you sleep with a nightlight, TV,
no,
laptop?
I just got the cats to cuddle with me.
Both?
Yeah, they miss my girlfriend.
Oh, do they go sleep on her pillow kind of stuff?
What happens? You're not going to be able to get them out of the bed after 10 days now, right? When you and your wife, you and your lady want to chill alone, they're going to be like, no, daddy had us in the bed for 10 days.
No, it's their apartment. We just pay rent. They get to go wherever they want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
You've got roommates, just a couple of four-legged roommates. But you're right. Once the dogs and pets get on the bed and it comes time for some fun, dogs are like, what the hell's going on?
They don't weigh that much. We can get them out of the bedroom pretty easy.
I got a 3-year-old. I can't get out the bed.
Man.
That's a little different. They can talk back.
I can't get her out. Yeah, Rob. I know, Rob. I messed up.
We did too. But see, you knew better.
I do, because I already did it with the first.
You've been around the block.
When you know what? Those first couple of weeks home from the hospital, you just want to get some sleep, and whatever it takes, you just try to get some sleep. So if you get some sleep with them in the middle, that's what you do, and then next thing you know, it turns into 3 years.
See, they're there to prevent the next. I've decided that the baby's like,
and
all
that's
right,
what she's doing.
Y'all done. Because if anything else happens, I'm seeing what's happened to my older brother's sister. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Best Bail Bonds brings them to you. You're head football coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy. Coach, welcome aboard. How's your morning going?
It's going great. I just got the great news that some tacos and Big Red have arrived.
We added
what you know about that Big Red,
the
Coach?
Big Red, Coach. We wanted you to get a little taste
of that. What's that all about?
It is a staple down here, and it's drunk, with a lot of different ways. But here in San Antonio, on Sundays, on the weekends, Big Red and barbacoa tacos are the norm around here. So we wanted to get you used to the Big Red, and we'll get you some barbacoa. Now, have you ever had barbacoa tacos, Coach?
Apologize, I have not.
Well, it's not. We're not all that surprised. I'm not going to tell you what it is, how we do it down here, but it's cow. It's beef. It's just from a very particular part of the cow, and we'll get those delivered next week.
Yeah.
But it's a red cream.
Oyster, huh? Yeah.
It's something akin to that. It's just on the other side. It's cow face. I want you to figure, if you took a cow and you buried it in a hole and wrapped it in banana leaves and just cooked all the meat off the face, that's what we make the tacos out of. And it's so good that we have to pair it with a remarkably sweet, sugary drink known as Big Red. So we'll get you going on that. We're glad the tacos are there. Jonathan with El Volcan was at the game last week and wanted to tell you that from chef to you, he had a fantastic time and has certainly enjoyed bringing you the tacos. So let's look back at last week, Coach. You get an Eagle team that was game for sure, and you put them away pretty early. When you watch, I say put them away, and we'll get to how that actually played out. But when you got into the game with everything happening and you saw your offense clicking, what's the feel like as a coach after your first 5 or 6 plays? Do you get a comfort level? When do you start realizing this offense, our game plan is working?
Well, I mean, the beginning of the game is always usually about the rhythm and timing and, getting off on clean plays. And our offense has done an excellent job the first 3 weeks. So, that's what you're really looking for early is that just the communication, the rhythm, and that you're getting lined up and you're playing with the right tempo. And so, but as the game goes on, it's just a constant conversation. I mean, it's on both sides. So, I mean, as both sides are competing, you're reacting to what, personnels are putting in the game and so forth. And then when the series is over, both coaches and players are making the adjustments for the next series. So, I answer your question. You never get comfortable till the game's over because you're always competing for the next, competing and getting ready for the next series.
He is head coach Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys, joining us as he does every Friday morning, brought to you by Best Bail Bonds. You talked about the reaction and getting the game going. I'm reading a stat here that I'm quite frankly astounded by. It's from NFL's Next Gen Stats, and it's looking at your defense. And you're the Cowboy defense is the only team that has not played a single snap in base defense all season long. This is according to them. Did you know that?
Oh, absolutely. We played different forms of it, where and I think that's something that when you look at it by personnel, it's that's an accurate stat. But you look at the things schematically to get in the base defense type looks and schemes is another story. So, but yeah, we're very aware of ourselves, Scott, and that's very good research on your part.
Coach, I'm interested to know, like, as far as when you have guys like Diggs and guys like Parsons, is it becoming leaders in the locker room? Is it just making plays? Because Diggs and Parsons, they're young. So what does it take before guys start looking to players that young as possible leaders on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I feel that there's always different styles, definitely, of leadership.
Okay.
There's different levels of it, and I think for a young player, really your first level of leadership comes off of your performance. And when you have young players that perform at a high level, obviously that does get the attention of everybody, even the veterans in the locker room. So when you have performance-based leadership, I mean, that's really that's the foundation. You want to be able to, impose your leadership style and type on the locker room. So
right.
When I look at both those guys, both Micah and Diggsy, these guys are young guys that are establishing themselves in the locker room through performance. But we have some very strong veterans that do a great job with the personal everyday leadership, and you're definitely looking for those two young guys to grow into those type of roles.
Coach, the other thing I want to know is, like, when you're playing a Philly, like for the fan, it's like, that's Philly, we hate them. Like, when you got a bunch of new guys in the locker room, you have a bunch of young guys, is the whole rivalry thing, is it real? Do guys get it, or is that just for us as media and us as fans?
Well, no, it's definitely real in the locker room, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't make sure our players were prepared for that.
Right.
Whether you want to call them rival games or division games, I mean, I know we all like the rivalry component of it, because every division game has a different taste to it, or a different negative energy towards it. But I think you definitely have to personalize those games, and that's something that I talked about with the football team. So whatever type of mindset that you need to get into with the playing of Philadelphia, you got to realize what they're bringing to the table too. So, and you have to personalize these division games, because the division games are different. I mean, they're a lot different. There's a different energy. There's an edginess to it. And there's a whole lot of discipline you have to have in those type of moments. So you have to coach it. You have to emphasize it. And if you look at the play on the sideline where we had a number of guys go into their bench area, I thought our guys had great discipline with them, because that's usually where personal fouls and things like that come out of that situation. And so I really like the way our guys handled the edgy moments, because it's a lot easier to throw the punch than not throw the punch, and I think we all recognize that.
It's also a lot more fun.
Yeah. Coach, what's taunting?
More fun than not. I mean, we all know that.
Right. But Coach, what is taunting? I mean, do you just tell your guys don't do anything? What is it? Because I don't know. Because sometimes I'm like, that looked like taunting. Then next thing you know, there's a flag on something that was pretty much nothing. What is taunting?
I mean, it's being emphasized. So I think, like anything from the league's perspective, when they are making an emphasis of any particular role, you're going to see more of it than, I think when you have more of those plays called, and obviously now you're looking at the consistency of what is and what isn't. And I think that's what you have going on with taunting. It's definitely something that they don't want in the game. They want to emphasize, and I think we all agree with that. But the consistency of looking to make a call versus reacting to what really happened, I think it definitely has affected some of these taunting calls.
It's the beauty in the eye of the beholder, for sure.
Right.
You get a back judge having a bad day. Every side glance suddenly looks like a taunt. That is Mike McCarthy.
Like a back judge with a bad day now, regardless what penalty they throw.
Exactly. Coach McCarthy joining us here on San Antonio Sports Star. The defense is certainly getting a lot of credit, and Coach Quinn and all the guys certainly more so, I think, because of all the injuries you guys have dealt with on the front line. And by the way, Randy Gregory, how's the knee? What's going on there?
He's. I think Randy's going to be fine.
Okay.
There's things they wanted to look at. It is a pre-existing issue that just kind of flared up. So just being smart with him, and we have to remember we're coming off of a Monday night game too. Mm-hmm. So that's why we were smart yesterday. So Randy will participate in everything today, and then we'll see how he feels tomorrow. But I expect Randy to go in the game
on a fast and furious Friday. We're going to have Pollard back today too.
Absolutely, yeah. And Tony was right where he needed to be yesterday. So
perfect. That's what we want to hear. Speak to your linebackers, especially Jalen Smith. It looked like he had a heck of a game the other day, sideline to sideline. Were you spying him on Hurts?
Well, we were, You could call it that. It's definitely there's some different looks that we were as far as how we're playing the defense on who did have Hurts, and definitely Jalen had that responsibility a number of times and did an excellent job with it. But we were obviously ready for the option and the particular offense with the quick screens and so forth.
Is it one of those things when a guy like Christian McCaffrey, that dynamic is out, is it a tough job to let the team know, like, hey, we still got to go out here and have the proper fear with this Carolina Panther team, Coach?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, obviously we have a lot of respect for Christian McCaffrey and what he's put on film, throughout his career here. But this team's 3-0. There's a lot of good football that they've put on film here in the first 3 weeks. So that's really what we're focusing on. I mean, our defense is playing at a very high level. They haven't given up much in both points and yards. So, that's our focus offensively. And the other thing, too, is you got Sam Darnold, you got a really good perimeter group. And, this is we're still in that first 4 weeks of the season. So unscouted looks are still going to be part of it. So, we're really at the point in the week now that we've really knuckled down on what we think they're going to do. But, it's time to focus on exactly how we're going to play this game and just be ready for the adjustments, because this game is going to be high in adjustments like the first 3 weeks. That's our anticipation.
You mentioned Diggsy earlier. Diggs gets NFC Defensive Player of the Month, and on the other side, you get an interception. The receivers you guys have dealt with to start the season. You've dealt with basketball teams and speed. DJ Moore is a player. Do you assign? Is it this cornerback gets this guy all day long, or is it according to matchups and sets like that, according to who you're going to put on or how you're going to defend their number one receiver?
Well, you have to have both, because as I just said earlier, this game is going to be more about matchups and adjustments throughout the game. So you have to have the ability to play field boundary, left, right, matchup football, and all in all your coverage schemes here. So that'll be our approach going into the game.
Coach, are you sick of talking about clocks?
I am, Coach.
Are you sick of talking about clock management?
Well, I got a game management meeting today. It's part of the deal, and hey, that's why I got these big shoulders. You got to part of the gig. But no, I think that, just to give you an honest answer, it's you have clock management, and then you have game management, and no one likes the conservative option when you take it. I fully knew what I was doing, based on the game and the other variables in the game outside of the clock. I was playing to our defense last week, and it definitely held up to be the right decision. So it was a conservative, approach here at the end of the half, and that was my decision, and I would do it again.
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard. I can't believe that was the topic, Coach. Zeke ran possessed last week. What was he eating all last week?
I don't know. We all need to get some of it, that's for sure. I think it was those tacos. I think he dipped into the tacos before he went into the quarterback meeting. So he's always up there with the quarterbacks. I think he might have got shooting. Maybe we'll give him some Big Red and see what happens.
Yeah, give him some Big Red, Coach.
Do that right before game, because that's a burst of energy and the need for a nap very soon after. He is Coach Mike McCarthy, head of the Dallas Cowboys, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. We know you got meetings to hit. Thanks for stopping by, Coach. Congratulations on a great start. Look forward to a good game this weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great weekend.
Coach Mike McCarthy,
Coach,
here with us on San Antonio Sports Star every Friday. Rudy, as we made light of it, but it is, the clock management and game management. I'm so sick of armchair quarterbacks. You should have done that. I would have done that. I don't care if Peyton Manning is doing a TV show from Mars. Dude, you're not in the game.
And not only that, Rob, we didn't say, first of all, you can find it yourself too on Tuesday, ESPN SA/Audio Vault. On Tuesday, you and I were both like, under those circumstances, we fully got it. We didn't just say that. We didn't just saying that just because we had him on. They were up 20-7. You didn't want to leave too much time for Philly. Should they go for it and get it? Like, that was not an issue. That was like, that was nitpicking. That was the definition of nitpicking. When you destroy a division rival like they did to get your ratings, to get your entertainment, these TV guys and the radio guys got to find something, right? We can't just say, hey, you know what, though? And sometimes it's okay to say, really good game. I couldn't find any. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, why do we feel like we have to manufacture something? If they played well, they played well. Well, I'm not going to nitpick about something. And they still were up 27, and they expanded on the lead in the second half. So it was nothing to see here. And we said that on Tuesday, not just today.
Yeah, this is nothing new. And it was just, I agree with you. Everything went so well, you have to have a problem. We're the Cowboys. We have to have something to be concerned about.
Forget that, Rob. He started the conversation off with what's Big Red.
I don't think they've got anything up there in the Allegheny region of Pennsylvania.
He was like, "What's going on with this?" He was like, "What's going on with this?"
And sadly, Rudy, I just talked to our guy, and the name of the restaurant, it's up in Allen, Texas, El Volcan.
Right.
And I just had dude, send your best. I don't know what his best are.
So you don't even know what
I don't know what tacos there are. I just know it. Send what send your best and send a lot of them. And get everybody taken care of. So I was talking to Coach McCarthy's assistant. She's a lovely lady and was very excited about the tacos, but I forgot to even ask her, what are you getting? And are they you're going to have to ask her. I want you to, next time you talk to her, ask, hey, what do they send? Are they sending over the traditional bacon, egg, chorizo, and egg, potato, and egg? I figure they probably are.
They sending over a little chicharron, a little. What are they doing?
I hope he doesn't hiding some tripas in there or anything. What are these slimy ones back here in the bottom?
They better not be sending the Austin Carl Schoening hipster tacos, banana leaf with hummus
with a little
banana leaf with hummus and a corn tortilla.
What is this? Oh, those are chocolate chips. What?
Oh man, I can't believe we started. We're talking to the most powerful coach in all of sports, and our conversation starts with Barbacoa and Big Red. We are the kings of San Antonio.
Yes, we are.
It's official.
We took it north.
It is official.
Well, it's been a while since.
Who can say that?
Well,
who can say that they're talking to Coach Mike McCarthy about Barbacoa and Big Red? San Antonio, we're on the map, baby.
Well, if you'd have tried to do that with Garrett's more on the. Garrett's more on the other side of this. He'd have never touched any of that. He's more of the health type.
Is he an oatmeal and egg whites guy?
Oh yeah, McCarthy is the other side. Garrett's the guy that counts his almonds. I can only have 8.
He takes a food scale to the locker room.
He's that guy who reads the menu and goes, "Well, how many? Oh, that's one too many carbs." McCarthy, first of all, he is our largest Dallas Cowboy head coach. Which
Wade.
That goes without saying. I mean,
what about Wade?
I think Mike's got him. I think Mike's got even Parcells at his base.
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. Parcells was 6'4".
Well, you better, Coach McCarthy. We share a body type.
Okay, you're right.
I'm not sure. You're right. He might not have. I don't think Mike has lapped Parcells, giant, New York Giant Parcells.
No, absolutely
Giant
not.
Parcells. He was pushing 3 bills.
So what was he eating for breakfast up in Green Bay?
Oh, cheese curds and I don't know.
Oh, okay.
This is all cheese. It was milk over some cheese with some cheese on top.
Brats.
And some brats for
etc.
Yeah, that's what Wisconsinites eat. Hey, let's get this.
You didn't have to tell him what barbacoa was, by the way. You didn't have to tell him. That wasn't necessary,
I was hoping to get a reaction. But, he's from Pennsylvania. Those guys eat scrapple. If you can eat scrapple, you can eat anything. And if you don't know what that is, go Google it.
He probably walked in the coaches meeting. Guys, don't touch the barbacoa. It's cow cheese.
Well, I don't think he knows. I don't know if he would know what barbacoa looked like. Because they're probably not.
Point.
So he might just be eating it already. Doesn't even know. Hey, let's start this show officially. We're going to take a break, come back. Lots to get into today. Coach McCarthy was just with us. We'll look back at what he had to say. Look forward to the game on Sunday. Also, my goodness, a huge docket. And somebody's going home again. We'll talk all about the NFL. Get you ready for a fine weekend of fun. But first, let's pay for this spectacular show. You're on R&R in the morning, and this is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
One team, one mission. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and